On the YouTube. Oh my god, my audio's in on the YouTube. What is up? You've been seeing me mime a little bit on the YouTube, and that's probably going to kill my retention. But that's all right. Not much retention to start with, to tell you the truth. Last week was a little low on the viewership. I noticed that. So please give me some feedback as far as like how I can improve the program and regain that viewership, because wow, the numbers sort of plummeted that last week. Yo, what is up, Xavier, Kevin, and the place to be? Dude, you've been so engaged. I really appreciate you, man. Um, and if you guys come up with advanced questions, please feel free, because I want to make this useful. So feel free to give me advanced questions, because I know a lot of you guys have different gear. I do kind of gear this a little bit towards like smartphones and what you could do with what you have. But I'm noticing a lot of you guys up there right now, you might have different technologies that you want to learn a little bit more about, and I have access to that type of technology myself, because I've invested a lot in my own freelance gear, so to speak. I am an owner operator, so I'm always freelancing out there looking for gigs with the equipment that I've invested in. I probably invested in upwards of over the years, probably more than like, you know, geesh, over the years, a lot of money. But like, every year I spend about roughly 3 to 5 grand on new gears to keep myself up to date, to keep myself relevant as far as like the gear goes, because as you know, we've transferred into 4K, so I made that investment a while ago, so I was prepared for 4K, and now whenever I do produce something, it's in glorious 4K. It's wonderful. So I'm going to be trying to produce some my own personal films too down the line. I've been really kind of working a lot on different storyboards that I've created through time. But anyways, yeah, on the YouTube, Graduate Together, CBS, NBC, Fox. Barack Obama's going to be doing our commencement, and XQ Super School. That is what TAPA is. So we will totally be, I'm sure, advertised on that program. Particularly, I'm looking forward to hopefully some footage from TAPA. Some of the wonderful like promo footage that I took of you guys. Took me about 100 hours to complete that piece from start to finish. So really proud of that piece. I can't wait for the portrait to drop. Once the portrait drops, I will share it your way. We created that portrait promo video of TAPA. Pretty fantastic. Yeah, I noticed viewership was going down. I was wondering if it's because we're missing somebody. Hey, how's it going? Yo, it's Viking Dude. Viking Dude hasn't been making many appearances lately because, he was injured a couple times. So I had to kind of like work around that and make sure that he was feeling okay. You feeling okay, Mr. Viking Dude? Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Oh, Instagram just dropped me out again. What are you going to do? I'm going to see if I can drop back into IG. We'll see if that works. But anyways, yeah, if you're watching, you can see the Graduate Together. That's going to be a fantastic thing. It was a fantastic weekend, really, when you think about it. Yeah, Graduate, the 185 project. Lil John would like to send you congratulations. Yeah. And okay, what? Yeah, and there's Mr. Marcoux with his rocking his Emerson hat. So, I really take great pride in the fact that we have a TAPA film major who graduated from Emerson, one of the best film schools in the country. I am now live again up on the IG just to give you a little bit of a get the lens cap off. We got a pan, we got a tilt, we got a pedestal, we got a truck, and we got a roll, right? Those are camera movements. You can also go handheld, you can sway. This is a Super 8 camera used back in the day. Has cartridges that take real film. Fantastic little camera, and makes an excellent prop. I love this thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm back on the IG. Looks like it bounced me out for a second. I don't know if they're catching up on the fire that is this program, but is what it is. But yeah, Graduate Together. Come tune in on Saturday, 8 o'clock. That's gonna be a really big showcase. LeBron James, ton of acts. I heard a little glimmer, like, I don't know if Lady Gaga's going to be in it, but I heard Lady Gaga might be part of it. Jonas Brothers, I heard they might be part of it. But who knows, the big gun, Obama's going to be up on it. So that's going to be rather inspiring. What a president we had. But yeah, Really excited about the work that's been coming in through the pipeline. I did want to get into the reel you set because he created some wonderful pieces. You know, he had an awesome definition of curiosity. And I really see, you know, a child always has that deep curiosity in things. You could tell that, I'm not sure if this is your sister or your niece or something like that, but this is truly showing that keen eye. She loves that taste of that orange, and yeah, what a fantastic piece. Oh boy, yeah, I'm getting all kinds of like messages on the side over here. Yeah, oh, care package sent out, and I saw that someone said thank you for that. Believe that was the real Alec saying thank you for the care package. Shout out to the real Nadu who have been sending out some care packages to families um, who could use a little cheering up, and I really I love that Tappa is so supportive of its community, and I love the community always supporting us back in a major way. You know, Teacher Appreciation Week is probably one of the most fabulous weeks for teachers at Tappa because there's so much good food that the parents make for us and always treat us with like true love. So I appreciate you Tappa families in a big way. And makes it all worthwhile to know how much you guys care. Um, but anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well on a, you know, media literacy, makeup, mental health Monday. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you get outside, you know, every now and then. Try to get a little bit of that vitamin D. Try to try to get some more light on your face, you know, because like that really can support your mental well-being for sure, especially when we're kind of like confined these days in this quarantine state that we're in. But, you know, we're tough. We're tough. We can make it happen, particularly filmmakers who, you know, hopefully are learning a lot from life experience and hopefully writing, at least writing all this stuff down, writing down your feelings and stuff like that. Because even though you might not be ready to make that film today, you know, this is, you're going to look back and be like, wow, that hopefully only happened once. And, you know, seeing that history repeats itself oftentimes, it's important that we document the things that are going on around us so people can learn from, you know, how humanity handled it, you know. So I think it's pretty fantastic. Yeah, Ray B, they dropped me out of IG for a moment there. Sorry about that. But yeah, so great shout out to the Nadu sending out those care packages to Tap families. That is a phenomenal thing. Oh, we got some beautiful shots. Yo, shout out to the reels he set. He was cooking up a storm with his recipe. Oh man, that looks so tasty, dude. Oh man, and you know, I'm a bit of a meat eater. I do love my meat. So, ooh, it was fantastic to see your process with the real recipe, the real distant recipe. You know, if you're lacking on getting your work completed and stuff like that, note that we have the real distant countdown, a 5 count, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have the real distant definition, a 10-second film, or one picture that defines a word of your choice. Oh, a little bit of screaming in the background. And the recent project which just got released, which is the real distant recipe, which is up for your interpretation. It could be a real recipe like you said it's doing here with the meat over here. Oh man, that looks tasty. Or you could be making a piece that you feel reflects like the blueprint of a film, a recipe for success, a recipe for you. The real Alec did the real recipe of killing two birds with one stone, in which he got this assignment done and his math assignment at the same time by filming the process. So that's a great way, kill two birds with one stone. I hope that a lot of you guys are thinking about that with these projects. I try to keep them simple, so that way maybe you can integrate with other academics or integrate with other arts. You know, a big part of TAP is arts integration. So I always look forward to seeing the way the artist's mindset can reflect a better academic artist or academic student, you know. I think that's our big benefit here at TAPA, and the reason why we have, you know, such phenomenal teachers and teachers, students, alums that move on from here to create amazing bodies of work. You know, shout out to the 185 project. The kid is phenomenal. Preston Powell, you're a king. Man, I was just thinking about this weekend. I really was like dying to, you know, we had our tickets to go see your commencement this weekend, and of course that got canceled. Um, due to the corona crisis. But you know, they shot you guys out yesterday on their IG and their all their socials. And it really struck a moment with me where I was just kind of like in the backyard, and I saw this and I was like, oh man, but then I started thinking to myself, and I started like envisioning you walk across and picking up your diploma, and how emotional that is. Emotional for everyone around you that supports you. But I could just see you smiling, laughing, humorous, just your sense of humor, which is magnificent, and smiling and just like grabbing that and shaking an actual hand to get that diploma, which is, a little tricky nowadays. But yeah, just that happiness. I remember when I walked, and that extreme feeling of happiness and knowing that everyone has great pride in me. But you've done fantastic work, and I'm really excited about the fact that you're really pushing towards analog filmmaking, because this old technology is the key. When everyone's doing like digital, it's really inspiring to see others go the other route and say, you know what, I'm going to dig in the crates and I'm going to pull out stuff that people may have forgotten and reinvent it. So, I'm always very passionate about that workflow. But, let's listen a little bit about what the president of Emerson has to say about you guys.
As we celebrate and give thanks to our mothers, I want to celebrate you on what would have been your commencement. Your patience and resilience was tested. This past semester turned into the ultimate plot twist. But the story isn't over, because your story is just beginning. As you go out into the world, recall Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "The very next thing you need to do is the thing that terrifies you the most." I have every confidence that you will succeed, because when we are faced with adversity, our Emerson spirit shines the brightest. Trust your education. Be kind. Act nobly. I know you will do amazing things. Congratulations, Emerson class of 2020. I look forward to a time when we can celebrate in person.
There's a lot of stuff that he says in that it speaks to the core of Emerson as an institution. It speaks to the core of its students who have dedicated their lives to that study, whether it be media, whether it be liberal arts. There's a plethora of things that you could do with your future. But, he talks one of the words that really stuck out to me was when he says, like, go out there and act nobly. I think about Emerson and the fact that their core color is purple, and I believe that they have like this kind of significance behind this kind of like almost like Emerson royalty, like that now that you've graduated from Emerson, you're expected to represent that almost like a noble presence, inspire those around you with poise, even when the most difficult times are occurring, sometimes you got to hold face, and you got to go out there and present that face that's going to inspire others around you, even though the times are very difficult. That goes a long way as far as inspiring the masses. And it's important to have figures like that in our community that can have that poise and act nobly. So that way we all look around, we're all in turmoil and stuff like that, and we're like, oh, wait, this girl or guy has it together. Let's follow them, you know? So, yeah, follow the 185 Project. This guy, I mean, he never gives up. He never gives up hope. Um, as crazy as things can get, sometimes you got to work with what you got to keep producing beautiful work that inspires the masses. But, you know, I I'm deeply appreciative for having a student, a teacher, in fact, that taught me a lot about myself, and just it means a tremendous amount, you know, to have students that really pick up the pace. Um, you do this for one reason, which is you like to do the thing that you like to do. I like to make films. I love to work with kids. I love to teach. But when it comes down to it, it's all about like passing the buck forward and seeing that like these mental intuitions will actually inspire a student to carry that mental intuition forth and hopefully teach it to other generations as humanity exist, as far as humanity can exist. Hopefully reinstilling some sense of moral and humanity within future generations. That way, you know, it's a positive thing. It's a positive thing. We don't just become like a monstrous being in the universe, and that we can actually lead, lead the universe, lead the people around us, and show face. Yeah, it's one of those Mondays, guys. Never a Monday guy. I am not a Monday guy. It's like it was a very nice weekend. Said it was gonna snow. I don't know if you guys got some snow, did you? I didn't, thankfully, but it was rather windy. Yesterday turned out to be such a beautiful Mother's Day, though. You know, we spent some time, me and my daughters. We made breakfast in bed for my wife. It was a beautiful, wonderful mother. And treats us with great kindness and heart, and you know, goes through all the tough times and makes sure that we always. She's looking at me like rolling her eyes, but you know, love you to death, Nicole. Um, Without our mothers, we have very little to rely on. So it's important. It's important to treat them well and show them that respect. But yeah, we had some work coming from the real Frown Liz, and a little segue there. Oh boy. And he's been editing with interesting software. Tell me what that software is, Frownlism. I'd like to know, because perhaps I could tell you a little bit about maybe some tricks about it. But yeah, he created a really cool piece showcasing his timeline. You know, utilize different apps that you might feel you're comfortable with, and show me how to break them. Because I know a lot of you guys are probably like, oh yeah, we don't have our beautiful workstation, or we don't have our like Adobe right at our fingertips, or the great cameras and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to use with what you got, you know, and that's important. I being a senior in college and stuff like that, we were playing with tape, standard definition, only 720 pixels wide by 480 pixels high. So that's a quarter of the resolution, the amount of pixels that high definition even has. So, but this quality was outstanding to us years ago. However, we worked with it, we made it do what we wanted to do as artists. Despite resolution differences or quality differences, you work with what you got. So, I know a lot of us are working with smartphones right now. That's what we have readily available to us. Use it to its utmost, like where the quality might be not up to par with what you're used to. Well, use the eye of a filmmaker to choose that angle, to choose that treatment, to choose that story arc. That's more important. Content is queen, okay? When it comes down to it, it could be 4K footage of me just blathering to Viking Dude. Hey, that's not so bad. No, it's not so bad, But, what if it was just like boring, beautiful 4K, right? But, if it was like shots of like Viking Dude falling over the edge in slow motion on like standard definition small screen thing that's like pixelated, but it was hilarious, more people would probably watch that video because the content was better. Stop making digs at me. I'm not trying to make digs at you. I'm sorry. He's a sensitive guy. But I'm hoping that now that we have Viking Dude over here, hopefully we get some more viewership. Viewership was through the roof with you, Viking Dude. I gotta say, your virtual crits, they were outstanding. Well, thank you. I take a lot of pride in that. Well, yeah, I really do appreciate it, and I think I'm gonna make you more of a significant character, because Oscar was just so angry and so. Every morning he was just in a bad mood. Hey, I can hear you over there. Yeah, well, guess what, buddy? Maybe you should improve your attitude a little bit, and maybe we'll let you back on the show. Hey. Yeah, he took my spot too. Well, we don't like any Oscar bullies around here, so Viking Dude, we're gonna reprimand Oscar for a little bit, okay? Sounds good to me. Hey, I hear you over there. Well, whatever, bro. Whatever. Yeah, but shout out, shout out to my man Emerson 185 Project graduate class of 2020. Dude, you're phenomenal. Love to have you call in one of these days if you happen to be watching any now and then. Um, Call in and give these kids some support, give these kids some inspiration, because you are an inspiring fire, my friend. An inspiring fire. Yo, yeah, it's a little bit of a slow motion Monday here. But yeah, if you have any questions about your getting your work in or anything like that, please let me know. You can, if you don't feel like sharing it on IG, you can send it to me directly through Google Drive, and I will keep it between you and I, so I don't have to like put it out there. If you're not comfortable with putting it out there. But I think it's kind of fun that we're doing like a live stream. That's something that hopefully can teach more than just us. A little bit about art process, a little bit about artist mindset, a little bit about the mind of an artist. This guy, Marcoux, as he tries to figure out all this live streaming stuff, because this is the first time that I've done it. In fact, one thing I was thinking about with viewership was that viewership was really high when I was breaking things and not figuring it out. So maybe I need to push myself a little bit more to break the stream more often, bring in some new tech, break some things. That seems to be really engaging. People like to see people fumble. People like to see train wrecks. And that is proof in the pudding when it looks to my analytics. People like to see people mess up. So maybe I need to mess up more. I don't know. Lighting's a little hurting today. Definitely hurting a little bit. Got to work on the lighting. Got to work on the set a little bit. I did clean my room, so it's looking a little better in here. Trying to get those taxes done. Ooh, oh boy. I could showcase a little bit of this, Always appreciate the walkout. Always appreciate. Yeah, we're united. I love that walkout footage, but it's good to stand up for your rights, folks. Stand up for your rights. Walk out. No one's listening. Walk out. Get that message heard, yo. Get that message heard. Yo. Slow motion Monday. Slow motion Monday. Kind of looking at this thing right here. Maybe this would make the good virtual red carpet right over here. Started looking up some free techno because I did want to do that virtual rave. So I was pulling up some like free dubstep and stuff. It's funny with free copyrighted stuff. I years ago, if you saw my Real Distant Recipe a while back, it had some NASA sounds that were. Whoa, a lot of noise back there. Hey guys, are you alright? All right, well, please come up here and enjoy some clean fun on the YouTube stream. Nice clean fun, everybody. Lots of clean fun. But yeah, I was just talking about like this might make a cool virtual runway. Maybe I have like, all right, I'll bring you back for a second, Oscar. Hey, don't grab me like that. Maybe I have him like, and Oscar's got this wonderful gold bodysuit on. Oh my boy. So much noise happening in the background. I think I have to reprimand some people. Part of the game. But yeah, maybe this would make a neat virtual runway. Oh, and ooh, look at that gold. And wow, ooh, don't show that part. Oh, okay, on the way out. Look at those hips. Ooh. A lot of screaming back there. Might have to cut the show pretty short. I do have some meetings going on later, but yeah, I'm gonna be persistent. I'm gonna be up on this YouTube stream, the IG stream, simulcast, and gonna be doing it all week through Thursday.